Chad's got one chasing him on top. He's using a cork.
First time he skied like a kingfish.
Really? Oh! Yep, he got it that time. There you go. Oh, and we're doubled up. Oh yeah! I think I got another redfish. Doubled up. Nope, I think mine's a snook. Yep.
Double snook?
Double snook. Again, yours is bigger than mine. Ooh, right there, the boat busted. Yeah, right there. There's fish everywhere. Huge. Yeah, yours is a little bigger.
A little bigger.
And Chad and I are doing two different methods. He's using a cork because we got a little bit smaller bait today, and I'm just free lining it. He's getting it out a little bit farther, but I don't think it matters. He's got another one. He thinks he has a redfish. I think it's a snook.
Well, it's easy to tell once he jumps.
Come on, man. We're fishing this open flat, and it's got kind of broken bottom. You can see some weeds right there, and then it's sand, and then it's weeds, and it's a little deeper out here. The tide's coming in, so these fish are going to start pushing up on the flat a little bit more, and we're just watching what the mullet are doing. The mullet are staging right about where these fish are, and that's what I do. Is when especially if I'm fishing a new flat or a new area, I'm always looking for different things like birds and mullet and bait fish. And if I at least see two of the three, I'm going to stop, especially mullet, because the fish always seem to be around the mullet for some reason or another, because I think they're kicking up crabs and shrimp when they're all schooled up and they're milling around. And it's really kind of never failed us. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And so I continue when I go looking for a new area to fish. That is what I look for, is activity, mullet, be it jumping or milling around, because it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to eat, the fish are going to eat right then and there. And friends of mine, geez, Chad's already got another one. Doesn't mean that, I've had friends of mine say, Todd, I follow your advice, go to the mullet, and I haven't caught anything. And I said, well, you may have not been there at the right time. And that's key, is being there at the right time. Let's say that you don't have a very good tide, or if you're just not in a good area, and there's a fish right there. If the tidal flow is not moving, these fish are not going to eat. They'll be there, but they're just not going to eat. And you got to make sure that you have the right conditions. Like this morning, we have a very slow incoming tide, but the outgoing tide is a lot slower. So we're probably going to try to go out and head out. There's Bust over there to the right. But we're going to probably head out and try some snapper and grouper fishing because the tide's so slow. That's what we usually like to do, is when the tide's slow like that, we usually like to go snapper and grouper fishing. All right, Chad forced me to go to the cork, so I went to the cork and I'm hooking them in the belly.
I forced you. Yeah, I held a gun to your head and told you, put a cork on or else.
Using a cork with smaller bait allows you to get the bait out there more, farther away from the boat, because sometimes these fish, sometimes they're right there at the boat and sometimes they're farther away, so it's just a matter of getting your bait presented in the right way. Look at that. Hooked up. Oh no, he came up. Oh, immediately.
another one.
There was a busting, yeah.
Another one to the left of that one.
I was going to play a cruel joke last week. I was going to tell people that I kicked you off the boat because you were getting too prima donna and your head was getting too big because you were the star, quote unquote, the star of the show. Because look at that one busted right there. Because everybody recognized Chad. Oh, we got, oh no, we had a double. All right, get it. Oh, God. Ooh, fish on. That's a pretty decent sized snook, too. There was another one that busted my bait. There was one that, oh, that's the weeds I got them in now. There's more fish out there. Oh, yeah, that's a nice one. Nice little snooky.